My first and only heartbreak in my entire life. I was texting my friend and this came up and triggered a trauma I thought I was over with. I've had many breakups in my life, but this is the only one that impacted me a lot. I just wanna vent it here. I was gang raped when I was 17. I don't want to get into the details, but that fucked me up so badly that the last thing I wanted to do was to date, let alone be near a man. My mother thought it was best for me to move to Mumbai to pursue my college education. I protested at first but eventually agreed with her. I went to an expensive college and stayed in the college hostel. This was when I met Aisha. Not IRL name. I was 18F and she was 21F at the time. While I'm somewhat decent at college academics with a high interest in sports, I'm a district pro in badminton and tennis. Aisha was the definition of an IT girl. She's beautiful, good at makeup and studies, has amazing hair and is the most stunning girl I've met in college. She's everything a woman would ask for, including myself. While she definitely caught my eye, we were in different social circles and I hadn't confronted my lesbian self. So for the most part, I was just admiring her from afar and exchanging smiles and hellos whenever we were in the same setting. During my winter holidays, I stayed in my hostel instead of going home. During that time, I had a lesbian encounter with one of my seniors, which didn't go anywhere at the time, but someone saw it and eventually, Aisha heard of it as well. Ever since then, I started encountering her more often. We started talking almost every day and hung out often after college lectures. One late night, we were taking a walk through our college premises and that's when she kissed me. I didn't do anything except reciprocate the same to her. She confessed her feelings for me and wanted us to be a couple. I was so excited because I liked her and wanted to pursue a relationship with her. But she forbade me to talk about our relationship to anyone, since we live in India and lesbian relationships are not that welcoming. She begged me to keep it a secret. While I agree that our relationship should be private, I never wanted to keep it a secret. At the very least, I want my close friends to know about this. She cried and begged me again that if her parents found out that her daughter was a lesbian, they would kill her. Eventually, she convinced me and we both started dating secretly. We had a proper relationship. We did all the things that couples would do. Go out on dates, text each other every day, write love letters to each other and even do intimate things like sexting, exchanging nudes and nude video chats. Almost all of our dates would end up in a hotel room or at her house when her parents weren't there. Any lovely date we had would always end up in sex. But I didn't care because I was doing it with my partner. But sometimes, she would behave erratically. She would shove me away when I got too close to her in public. Whenever our friends suggested that we were a couple, she would act rude and leave the conversation. She would also go on dates with other guys, just to fool everyone that she's straight and even forced me to do the same. Which I did. It was toxic. But I fell in love with her. I consider this my first serious relationship and truly fell in love with her. We dated till summer and her graduation and that's when I got to know that her father was setting up her shadi, marriage, with another guy. The worst part was that when I confronted her about it, she didn't deny it, or even try to defend herself. She admitted everything and was going to marry him. That broke me. Someone whom I trusted my life with broke it. I begged her to consider not leaving me. I promised her to be the best girlfriend and be there for her. I tried everything I could to convince her to be with me. But she got abusive. She shoved me and told me that she didn't love me at all and was using me all the time. She knew about the encounter I had with the senior and thought I was an easy girl. She wanted to fool with me, and now that college is over for her, she wants to move on. Idiot me tried to convince her again by saying that while she may have had intentions like that, she was in love with me and was faithful to me. That's when she admitted to cheating on me with multiple guys. I accused her of lying, and that's when she explained in excruciating detail what she did with other guys while she was dating me. She named which guys she fucked. Exact timings. Times when I needed her but she ignored me. And even photos and videos of what they did. It broke me and I started crying. But she didn't stop. She went on till I begged her to stop and leave me alone. No words could describe my feelings. I cried for days and days and tried self-harm on multiple occasions. Thankfully, I had good friends who helped me at that time. I thought I was over this until I brought it up to a friend. And it still traumatizes me. Now I'm in a happy relationship with a man whom I hope to make my husband next year. If anyone is reading that and resonates with it, know that the person who did this to you is a scumbag who is worthless. They don't deserve your attention and were only there to harm you. They used your vulnerable self for their selfish needs. Don't feel petty for them. Let's move on and don't lose faith in love. You will find it soon.